We got to move quick today. We got to move quick today. Not last week. When did I stream last? Yesterday, day before yesterday. We got into the 5 C's. We was talking about clarity, calibration, confidence, competence, consistency. The 5 C process. What are the 5 C's? The 5 C's is my success formula. It's what I throw at every problem. I'm of the mindset that every problem is a thinking problem. Every problem is a thinking problem. If you could think it, you could do it. If you can't think it, you can't do it. And I see so many people trying to do stuff that they haven't yet learned to think, trying to take action that they haven't yet learned to embody. And what it does in the long run is it screws up your confidence, because it's not that you're not trying, it's not that you're not putting forth the effort, but you're still not getting the result. And when you go through months of that or years of that, it starts to screw with you, and it's a part of you thinking you're not good enough. When it's not that you're not good enough, it's that you're not calibrated enough. It's gonna be some words that you hear me say over and over and over again, and I hope that they start to stick in your consciousness. The first one of those words is clarity. Clarity is the foundation of everything we talk about in my lives. Everything that we talk about in my life. You can't get what you want until you know what you want. I find that most people are experts in what they don't want. When it comes to what they don't want, they can tell you every detail. They dot every I, they cross every T. They got stories, they got narratives, they got a long-standing history with what they don't want. But when it comes to what they want, when it comes to talking about what they want, describing what they want, they tend to get vague, they tend to get quiet. So you're going to always hear me talk about clarity. You got to get clear about what it is that you want. And you got to get clear in all three realms. A lot of times when people first start to get clear, they'll get clear in the physical, but they don't get clear mentally and spiritually. They'll go, hey, I want this house, I want this car, I want this thing. They never take time. What emotions do you want to sit in? What do you want your faith to look like? What thoughts do you want running through your mind as this happens? Because that physical plane is typically the last plane to catch up. So when you only know what you want physically and you're not looking at the spiritual and the emotional, a lot of times you're going to feel like it's not happening. When it's happening, you got to understand, change happens from the inside out, not the outside in. Everything is built from the inside out. Nothing is built from the outside. You don't build a house from the outside in. You don't build a car from the outside in. You don't build a business from the outside in. You don't build a relationship from the outside in. Anytime you try to build something from the outside in, it'll collapse on itself. So you got to get used to building things from the inside out. You're going to build your new life from the inside out. You're going to change your bank account from the inside out. You're going to change your relationship from the inside out. And a lot of times people will look out there and go, oh man, it's not working. It's not going to work from out there in. It's going to work from in here out. It's going to change your mind before it change your life. It's going to change your heart before it change your life. It's going to change your thoughts and feelings and emotions before it change your life. So anytime you wait on that to change before what's going on in here change, you hustling backwards. Thank y'all for the taps. When I work with professional athletes, I tell my athletes, first meeting, this is what we're talking about. Yo, you don't get a trophy and then become a champion. What happens is you become a champion. Now, when you become a champion, your body language gonna change, your attitude gonna change. You're gonna accidentally start showing up early and leaving late. You're gonna accidentally start holding yourself to a higher standard. You're gonna accidentally start holding your teammates to a higher standard. And guess what else you're gonna do? Accidentally collect some trophies. But when you waiting on the trophy to become a champion, you'll never get the trophy. The trophy does not make you a champion. The trophy represents that you are a champion. Does that make sense? I'm on a live stream. When I first got on this live stream, I was talking to myself. I didn't wait on the people to show up to start delivering my message. I started delivering my message. It's TikTok job to put it on the For You page where people can see it. It's their job to click on it if it resonates with what they hit. I can't sit back and go, all right, y'all, I got some fire stuff to talk about. When it's 100 people in here, I'm going to get started. No, I'm going to talk to 3 of y'all like it's 100 of y'all. I'm going to talk to none of y'all like it's 100 of y'all. But I guarantee you this, if I show up consistently and I don't allow that number to kill my energy, if I don't allow that number to steal my joy, if I refuse to follow that number, guess what? That number got to follow me. The reason the bank account is not following you is because you busy following the bank account. The reason that the scale won't follow you is because you following the scale. God didn't give the world dominion over you. God gave you dominion over the world. So what does that mean? That means you can't follow the scale. You can't follow the bank account. You can't follow your follow account. You got to sit in the energy that you would be in if that already looked the way that you wanted it to look. But as you hang out in that energy, reality has no choice but to start to respond to you. Stop responding to reality. Stop letting the news tell you how to feel. Stop letting your timeline tell you how to feel. When you wake up in the morning, decide what type of day you're going to have. I want to step into my day with unshakable confidence. I want to step into my day with humor. I want to step into my day with gratitude and go inside and build those emotions. If you could watch a scary movie and get scared, if you could watch a sad movie and get sad, if you could watch a funny movie and laugh, you can use your imagination to start feeling on purpose. Get in the habit of telling your thoughts what to think and telling your feelings what to feel. Stop letting life bully you. You're not soft. You're not that easily manipulated. Stop letting life bully you. Stop letting life push you around. Because a lot of times I witness people, they've learned how to stand their ground in the physical, but they haven't learned how to stand their ground emotionally and spiritually. Like if you push them in the physical, they're gonna push you back. If you call them stupid or call them ugly in the physical, they're gonna say you're mammy. You ain't talking to me. But physically and emotionally, they don't stand that same type of ground. The same way when you won't let nobody push you around physically, you got to stop letting life push you around spiritually and emotionally. Stop letting people steal your joy. Stop letting people make you mad. Understand nobody can make you do anything. Nobody can make you do it. When people say you made me mad, man, if I can make you do things, you wouldn't even be talking to me. I would make you disappear if I can make you do things. Stop letting things make you anxious. Stop letting things make you upset. How do you want to feel? The same imagination that you use to create depression, anxiety, and overwhelm is the same imagination you're going to use to create unshakable confidence. The same imagination that you use to beat yourself up is the same imagination that you're going to use to free yourself. Stop using your imagination on accident and start using your imagination on purpose. Stop using your imagination to create anxiety. Start using your imagination to imagine yourself as the man or woman you desire to be. Start using your imagination to imagine your business thriving. Start using your imagination in a way that empowers you, not a way that sucks the life out of you. And as you start doing that, you're going to see the world start shifting and bending to that. Now, if you just do it once for a few minutes, it's not going to work. But if you wake up every day and use your imagination on purpose, if you wake up every day and use your imagination with intention, I'm telling you, the bank account has no choice but to fall in line. The relationships have no choice but to fall in line. The changes that you want to see have no choice but to fall in line. Stop wishing, stop hoping, and start imagining. Start embodying. So you got a part of the brain called the thalamus that brings in sensory information. The thalamus puts things that happen in reality in the same power with the stuff that you imagine. If you just start to imagine yourself as the man you want to be, if you just start to imagine yourself as the woman you want to be, I'm telling you, every cell, every fiber in your body is listening. But a lot of people, they don't even fail. They imagine their failure. And then that's what they cells responded to. Your mind, your body, your life is not responding to reality. It's responding to what you imagine about reality. It's not responding to what they say about you. It's responding to what you think about what they say about you. You got to start thinking on purpose. You got to start feeling on purpose. You got to get intentional with your attention. And that's going to require you to have goals. Just going back to the beginning, you got to know what you want. Knowing what you don't want, not going to get you nowhere. Everybody know what they don't want. And most people spend most of their time talking about what they don't want. I want you to look at what you don't want. I want you to take one last look at what you don't want and say, well, what would I rather have? I want you to get in the habit of asking yourself, what would I rather have? And then whatever the answer to that question is, start thinking about it. As you start thinking about it, you're going to accidentally come up with some really good ideas. As you start thinking about it, you're going to accidentally start reading some different books and listening to some podcasts. As you start thinking about it, you're going to accidentally start hanging out with some new people. Start going to some new places, start adapting some new hobbies, and you're going to accidentally start morphing into this version of yourself. The same way that when you think about what you don't want, you accidentally get sad, you accidentally get overwhelmed, you accidentally get depressed. When you start thinking about what you want, you're going to accidentally become confident. You're going to accidentally develop an unshakable confidence. You're going to accidentally change your body language. You're going to accidentally change your attitude. The same way that you accidentally get anxious and you accidentally get overwhelmed, when you change what you focus on, you're gonna accidentally get confident. What would it feel like if you could accidentally get confident? If you could accidentally start walking into environments with your shoulders back, your chest down, and your chin up? That's what's gonna happen when you stop letting reality bully you. Stop letting those numbers bully you. Stop letting up the bank account bully you. Stop letting what other people think and what other people say bully you. How do you want to feel? Start practicing that emotion the same way you would practice a piano. Start practicing that emotion the same way you would practice chess or practice golf. Start practicing those emotions, and your body has no choice but to fall in line. If you can think it, you can do it. Can't think it, can't do it. But if you can think it, you can do it. And if you can feel it, you'll do it on accident. Like so many people, hey Jay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? Stop worrying about what you need to do. How do I need to feel? If you get in the right feeling, you'll do on accident. When you feel angry, you accidentally slam the door. You accidentally change your voice. You accidentally change your body language. You accidentally curse people out when you feel angry. When you feel confident, you accidentally throw your shoulders back, accidentally put your chest out, put your chin up, and start communicating clearly. When you feel tired, you don't got to try to go to sleep. When you feel sad, you don't got to try to cry. When you feel confident, when you feel like an entrepreneur, you'll accidentally start doing stuff that entrepreneurs do. When you feel like, because a lot of times people will feel inadequate, and then they go try to stack a whole bunch of behavior on top of feeling of inadequacy. All you're doing is adding to the momentum of inadequacy. You got to make that internal shift. No strategy is going to save you when what's going on in here isn't right. No affirmation is going to save you when this is wrong and this is wrong. No vision board is going to save you when this is all jacked up and screwed up. What do you want? How would you feel if you already have it? Start practicing that feeling. Now, when you put strategy on top of it, when you put coaching and mentorship on top of it, when you put Think and Grow Rich on top of it, now you're cooking. But when you don't got the right thinking and the right feeling, and you're calibrated to the problem, you can learn all the strategies you want. You can learn about funnels. You can learn about closing. You can learn all these different tactics and techniques and try to manipulate reality, and you're just gonna be like a dog chasing its own tail. You got to learn to feel successful before the results show up. You got to learn to feel confident before the results show up. You got to learn to feel like him. You got to learn to feel like her while your reality still looks the same. But if you sit in that consistently, reality gonna have to bend to your will. If you can think it, you can do it. Can't think it, can't do it. If you can think it, you can do it. If you can feel it, you'll accidentally do it. Feel successful now. Feel rich now. Don't wait on the bank account to get rich. As you start feeling rich, you're gonna accidentally start thinking rich. And as you start feeling rich and thinking rich, you're gonna accidentally start doing behavior that rich people do. Imagine what has to happen if you spend a year taking the type of actions that rich people take. Imagine what has to happen if you spend a year in the mindset of I'm rich. And because I'm rich, I'm reading these books. Because I'm rich, I'm handling my money this way. Because I'm rich, I'm living this the bank account gotta catch up. But if you're waiting on the bank account to change before you say I'm rich, it's like you trying to make the cart pull the horse. You are a leader. Right or wrong? Do you consider yourself to be a leader? Thing about being a leader is leaders go first. If I'm a leader, I can't say I'll feel good when my reality looks exactly the way I want it to look. No, I'm a leader. I feel good and reality better catch up. I can't say I'll feel rich when my bank account has. No, I'm a leader. I'm rich. I'm rich. And reality is going to catch up to this knowing that I am rich. And because I know that I'm rich, I'm going to price my services a certain way. Because I know that I'm rich, my body language is going to be different. The way that I show up in the room is going to be different. Rich or wealthy, that's for you to decide and how you like. So the thing about well, a lot of words are what we call nominalizations. If you go ask 10 people what it means, what is love, you're gonna get 10 different answers. If you go ask 10 people what it means to be rich, you're gonna get 10 different answers. If you go ask 10 people what it means to be confident, you're gonna get 10 different answers. What does it mean to you? To me, it means freedom. To me, it means I got the ability to tell people fuck off. I don't got to work with nobody I don't want to work with. I don't want to talk to you once a week. I'm gonna refer you to a friend. I don't want to do that. For me, it's choice. I wake up when I want to wake up. I go to bed when I want to go to bed. You figure out rich, wealthy, whatever word, because it was never about the words. It's about the energy under the words. That's why a lot of people doing a whole bunch of affirmations and their life not changing. It's not about the words. It's the feeling under the words. It's the feeling under the words. I want option. I want choice. I want freedom. I want to come and go as I please. I want to work on passion projects. I don't want to go, man. I don't really like this dude, but I need his money, so I'm gonna work. No, I don't like you, man. I got a homeboy that I think you'd be a good match for, though. Go over there. That's what I want. If yours is connected to a number, it's connected to a number. If yours is connected to something material, it's connected to something. That's the beauty of it. You get to decide. But what we got to understand is the thing that we're rewiring when we're changing is the subconscious. You got your conscious mind and you got your subconscious mind. Your subconscious runs off feeling and emotion. That part of you that's going, is it rich or is it wealthy? That's what we call the conscious mind. That's logic, reason, analysis, willpower, and decision making. That's 2% of your thinking potential. The part that really controls what's going on is under that, and it runs off feeling and emotion. Forget about the word. What feelings do you want to take into every day? What emotions do you want to emote as you go through your day? And that's how you rewire. So what's life about for me? We're not here to talk about what life's about for me. We're here to talk about this information that we're talking about. My goals not gonna help you. What are your goals? You gotta ask yourself those questions. Because my answer to that question does very little for you. What's your answer to that question? And so you can start focusing on that and calibrating to that. That's the work. That's the work. If you can think it, you can do it. But if you can feel it, you'll accidentally do it. What feelings do you need to feel so that you accidentally take the behaviors that you need to take? What thoughts and feelings do you need to embody so that you accidentally start to show up and manifest whatever those words mean to you? Your only limit in life is your own thinking. That's your only. The economy can't stop you. A recession can't stop you. A disease can't stop you. A diagnosis can't stop you. You can give those things your attention and decide to quit, but make no mistake, that's not what stopped you. That's just what you was focusing on when you quit. That didn't stop, like, people. Man, COVID. I had it going then. COVID didn't stop you. COVID just had your attention the day you quit. Bro, my divorce. The divorce didn't stop you. That's just what was. That's just what you was focusing on when you quit. Jay, things ain't been the same since my grandma died. As hard as that was, that didn't stop you. That's just what had your attention when you threw in the towel. What do you want? That's the first question. We teach this thing called the 5 C's. First C is clarity. You can't get what you want until you know what you want. What do you want? I know you know what you don't want, but knowing what you don't want is not going to save you. My kids know what they don't want. I got a 5-year-old at the house that know what he don't want. What do you want? Like, think about it. Going through life knowing what you don't want, that's like getting in a taxi saying, hey, don't take me to the mall. I hate the mall. It's too expensive. I'm not paying $300 for one pair of shoes. Last time I went up there, they had these YNs. They up there in the shiesty, man. I don't like the mall. I don't care what you don't like. What do you want? What do you want? You gotta answer that question. You can't get what you want until you know what you want. And once you know what you want, you gotta spend every free second you got, spend it thinking about what you want. Stop giving so much energy. Stop giving so much attention to the problem. Where attention goes, energy flows. Why are you focusing on the problem? What do you want? And don't confuse what you want with the checklist of things that you think you got to do to get it. Don't what you want is not the same thing as what you believe you got to do to get it. Like, somebody might come to me and say, "Hey, Coach Jay, can you hypnotize me to go to the gym 3 times a week?" I'm gonna say, "Absolutely, but what do you want?" I just told you I want to go to the gym 3 times a week. No, you don't. I don't gotta hypnotize you to do things that you want to do. That's what you believe you gotta do to get what you want. What do you want? Jay, I want to go to the gym 3 times a week. No, you don't. You would be at the gym 3 times a week if you wanted to go to the. You want to eat Cheetos and sit on the couch. What do you want? Jay, I want rock hard erections. I want stamina for adult activity. I want my college energy back now. I want to be able to run up a flight of stairs and still have energy. That's what you want. And that's what we're going to use to calibrate you to having. You got to understand that having and not having is a state of being. You think having and not having is out there in the physical. Having and not having is a state of mind. I can have millions of dollars in the bank and still go inside of my head and go, what if my wife leave me and take it? What if I make a mistake on my taxes and the IRS takes it? What if somebody sues me? Even in the physical having of millions, I can go inside and neurologically and hormonally not have it. But if it works at that end, it works at that end. I cannot have millions in the bank, but I can get in my mind and go, man, I got ideas that's worth millions. I got a high value skill set. I got a mouthpiece. I got a laptop. I got a MacBook. I got everything I need to make. I'm on my way to making millions. I'm en route to millions. I'm creative. I'm resourceful. I got connections. I got so and so's phone number. Man, this thing is piecing together. It was a few months ago I was giving a talk, and this guy say, "Man, if you know all of this, why are you not a millionaire yet? Like, how I'm supposed to believe you? Why are you not a millionaire yet?" I started laughing. I said, "Man, you talking to a black dude that grew up in the projects with a single mom, no dad, and I make a lot of money doing something I would do for absolutely free. When I look back to where I'm started, I'm well on the trajectory to millions. If I just keep doing what I'm doing, I promise you I'll be a millionaire way before I turn 40. If I just keep doing what I'm doing. Now, if I stop doing what I'm doing and start arguing with you and defending myself to you, I'll stop becoming a millionaire and start talking to you. But if I just keep doing what I'm doing, I got professional athletes on my schedule. I got an astronaut on my schedule. I got like my client list is if I just keep doing what I'm doing, keep speaking like I'm speaking, keep sitting in the rooms that I'm sitting in, keep getting invited to the events that if I just keep doing what I'm doing, the millions are inevitable. Now, if I focus on the fact that they not here yet, why are they not here yet? Now I stop manifesting the millions and start manifesting not here yet. You got to stop confusing not finished with not done. I mean, you got to stop confusing not here yet with not happening. Just because it's not here yet doesn't mean that it's not happening. I can remember in high school I used to work at this recreation center, and one of my tasks was when I got there in the morning was to go flick on all the lights. Now, when you flick on a light in your house, as soon as you flip that switch, that light come on. But when you turning on the lights in this big gymnasium, these big ass lights, man, it might take 10 minutes for all them lights to come on. You flip that switch and first thing you hear is then you might see a light down there start flickering. You might feel a light down there start flickering, and they slowly come on over about the process of 10 minutes. Now, if you used to just turning on little ass lights, you're gonna think something wrong. So you turn it off and start the process back over. Oh man, it's not working. And you keep starting the process over and turning it back on. You turn it off, turn it back on, turn it. No, when you turn it, of course, it takes longer to manifest a million than it takes to manifest the 100. Stop confusing not finished with not happening. The lights are coming on. You just turning on a bigger light this time. The light is coming on, but you used to that little ass light. Used to manifesting that little ass paycheck. Of course, that come quicker. Don't confuse the fact that it's not here yet and mistake that as it's not. It's happening. You just got to leave the switch in the on position. Stop putting the switch in the off position because it's taking too long. What's this? What is this, y'all? What's this right here? What is this right here? It's not an acorn. Incorrect. This is an oak tree. This is an oak tree. We're finna take your thinking to a new level. If you want to be a high performer, if you want to be the type of person that can build billion-dollar businesses and shake up industries, you got to learn to see oak trees where other people see acorns. You got to learn to look at acorns and say, "Damn, that's a nice oak tree." You got to learn to see billion-dollar businesses where other people say, "Man, that's a good idea. Too bad the economy. Too bad." No, that's the idea is the business. Does that make the idea is the business? The desire is the relationship. The dream is the acorn. The only difference between this and an oak tree is time spent in the right environment. If you don't take nothing else from this live, get that and shove it into your head. The only difference between an acorn and an oak tree is time spent in the right environment. Now, if I leave this in the cup holder of my car, it'll never reach its potential. But if I put it in the right environment, it has no choice but to become an oak tree. If God could fit an oak tree inside of here, you don't think God could fit a book inside of you? You don't think God could fit a business inside of you? You don't think God could fit a healthy relationship inside of you? If an oak tree can fit inside of here, just imagine what God stuffed inside of your big ass head. Look at this compared to the size of my head. Look at this compared to the size of my heart. If God could fit an oak tree inside of here, imagine what God put inside of you. Your job is to put it in the right environment. Not the right environment out there, the right environment in here. Your job is to water it with thoughts of possibility. Your job is to shut down doubt at the earliest. As soon as you pick up, don't lean into it. Your job is to kill doubt when it's an infant. Your job is to kill the doubt as a baby. Now, when that doubt pick up momentum, that doubt will whoop your ass. But if you catch the doubt in its infancy, do you know you could probably kill a newborn tiger? You with your bare hands could probably kill a newborn tiger. Get that same tiger 6 weeks and bring your silly self back over there and watch what that tiger do for you. You can handle fear. You can handle doubt. You can handle anxiety. Now, if you let it pick up momentum, you don't stand a chance. But if you catch it in its infancy and go, no, not over here. Absolutely not. I am a millionaire. I am an entrepreneur. And you stand in that knowing and you feed that confidence and you feed that thing that you desire. Anxiety don't stand a chance. You pick up so much momentum. You don't have an anxiety problem. You got a focus problem. Newsflash, you're supposed to feel anxious when you focus on things you don't like. You don't got an anxiety problem. You got a focus problem. You're supposed to feel anxious when you focus on things that you don't like. You're supposed to feel anxious when you imagining not being able to pay your bills and your business disappearing in the thin air. You're supposed to feel anxious when you imagining spending the rest of your life alone. You're supposed to feel anxious when you're using your imagination in that way. Start using your imagination on purpose and watch what happens to that anxiety. Don't take my word for it. Try it. Start using your imagination on purpose and watch how you accidentally become confident. Your only limit in life is your own imagination. If you can think it, you can do it. Now, if you can't think it, you can't do it. It's so many people in life that's holding one of these and wishing for an oak tree. They sitting there, man, I wish I had an oak tree. Man, I wish I had an oak tree. She got 5 oak trees, and she only got them because her daddy gave them to her. If I got half naked, my life would have 100 people in it too. Man, I wish I had an oak tree. Go plant your damn oak tree. You so busy watching other people oak trees that you haven't put your own in the right environment. You got an oak tree. What you gonna do with it? Those affirmations not gonna save you if that oak tree's still in your hand. That vision board not gonna save you if your oak tree still in your hand. You can do the 369 method. You can pray all day. To those affirmations not gonna do anything for you until you put that acorn in the right environment. But when you put that acorn in the right environment, watch how you accidentally throw your shoulders back, put your chest down, and put your chin up. Watch how you accidentally start stepping into spaces different. Every problem is a thinking problem. Don't let nobody convince you otherwise. I don't care if it's a I want to make more money problem, I want to be more confident problem, I want to be a better speaker problem, I want to quit smoking problem. I don't care what the problem is. If you change your thinking, you will accidentally solve the problem. I always tell my clients, you don't use willpower to change behavior. You use willpower to change your mind. But if you change your mind, you will accidentally change your behavior. Stop worrying about your habits. Stop worrying about the bank account. Stop worrying about none of that stuff, any of that stuff out there. Make your priority changing your mind. And as you change your, think about it, when you feel pissed off, you accidentally slam doors, curse people out, and say stuff out of the way. When you feel pissed off, your body and your words and everything about you aligns with the feeling of being pissed off. Then when you're done being pissed off, you say, I didn't even have to say, why I say that to that man? Now I gotta apologize. Jay, you really do too much sometimes. But when I felt pissed off, I felt justified in everything I did. And when I feel pissed off, somebody could be trying to talk me out of it. I'm saying, man, shut up. You don't understand. He always do this silly shit. Like when that's the momentum I'm sitting in, when that's the energy I'm sitting in, you can't talk me out of it. Imagine if you learned how to feel successful, independent of what the bank account talking about, independent of the fact it's only 13 people in your life. What if you learned how to feel successful right now? The problem is, from outside of a feeling of successful, you've been trying to do successful tactics. Okay, I don't feel successful, but I'm gonna try to learn how to speak like this person. I don't feel successful, but I'm gonna try to learn sales techniques and closing techniques, and I'm gonna use the same funnel they use it on their website because it worked for them. I don't feel successful, but I'm gonna just push out a whole bunch of content. Feel successful, then make the content. Feel successful, then design the landing page. Feel successful, and then start networking. You don't gotta earn your way into success. You gotta assume success. Assume. Make an assumption. Assume you successful. and refuse to budge off of that assumption, and watch how reality starts to bend. Watch how reality starts to bend. You are a leader. You don't follow reality. Reality follows you. And when you follow reality, it's like a dog chasing his own tail. Stop chasing reality. Figure out what you want and decide. Make a decision. You have not because you ask not, but you don't ask with your mouth. You ask with your feelings. You ask with your emotions. You ask with your thought. What are you focusing on? Watch this. I'm going to show you something. Cat, dog, fire truck, giraffe. If I have your attention, you have no choice but to respond to what I say. When I say giraffe, you don't got the option to go, I'm not thinking about a giraffe. The harder you try not to think about the giraffe, the more you're going to think about the giraffe. So if I got your attention, doubt, fear, anxiety, death. As I have your attention, I have control of your nervous system. You don't got to be a hypnotist to influence somebody. All you need is their attention. Stop giving your attention to anything that's not moving you towards your goal. Start using your attention on purpose and watch what happens. Start using your attention on purpose and watch what happens. So success, excitement, passion, abundance, health, prosperity. Just by hearing these words, what is your body doing? How's your body responding? Start focusing on what you want. Stop focusing on what you don't want. Stop telling yourself what not to do and start telling yourself what to do. Stop telling, don't screw this up. Your body don't know how to not do something. The subconscious mind does not negate information. If I say, don't think about a pink elephant, too late. As soon as I said pink elephant, you thought pink elephant. You ever broke up with somebody and you was trying not to think about them, but the harder you try not to think about them, the more you think about them, the way that you stop thinking about them is you get busy thinking about something else. The way that you stop thinking about a pink elephant is you get busy thinking about a blue tiger. Stop working on problems. Don't work on the problem. Work on the solution. You got to understand that every problem has a solution. The bigger the problem, the bigger the solution. Itty bitty problems have itty bitty solutions. Annoying problems have annoying solutions. But if you got a gigantic problem, you got a huge problem, you got a problem massive that's keeping you up at night, that means it's a gigantic solution out there, a big solution, the type of solution that can keep you up at night. But if you hypnotized by the problem, you never make room for the solution. If your hand's full of the problem, what hand are you going to use to pick up the solution? Put down the problem. Put down the problem and focus on the solution. What do you want? What do you want? You ain't got to wrestle the problem down to the ground before you can feel better. I tell my clients all the time, well, Jay, you just need to understand this is how I don't need to understand none of that. I don't need to understand what you're going through. I don't got to understand how you got here to help you get where do you want to go? Well, Jay, I don't know where I want to go because the way I don't, where we got an hour. If I let you spend an hour talking about where you been, you're going to leave here feeling worse than you did when you walked through the door. Where do you want to go? I used to be in the military. I hated being in the military. And for the longest, I would find other people who hated being in the military. We would talk about how much we hated being in the military. And we kept re-enlisting. We kept going on deployments. We kept going on TDYs. We kept being in the military. My whole life changed when I said, well, what do I want? Man, I actually don't want to work. I want to get paid to do things that I would do for absolutely free. I want to grow my beard. I want to wear my nose ring, my earrings. I want to grow my hair. I want to wear what I want to wear, man. I'm tired of wearing this camouflage. I don't want my money connected to these stripes on my shoulder. I want my money connected to my passion. I want my money connected to my creativity. I don't want caps put on how much money. I want to make as much money as I can make, man. I want to talk to people. I want to get paid to inspire people. I want to get paid to motivate people. I want to get paid to remind people who the fuck they are. I want to be a clinically trained hypnotist. Yeah. I want to be a hypnotist, man. I want to hypnotize people, help them quit smoking, help them lose weight, help them walk out with unshakable. Now, as I started talking about that, I started feeling different. And I accidentally started reading books that a hypnotist would read. I accidentally started listening to podcasts that a hypnotist would listen to. I accidentally started researching programs and getting information going, wait a minute, the military pay for this. I ain't even, I can go for free in the military. Huh, well shit, if it's free, let me just take the course. Oh, then I accidentally started meeting people. I accidentally started building a network. And not overnight, not instantly, but one day I looked around and I was a clinically trained hypnotist. I was sitting in my office. It was people lining up to work with me. Now, if I would have never stopped having that conversation about what I didn't like and how I didn't want it and how I was stupid, I would still be sir, yes, sir, camouflage, no beard, no earrings, no hair. But because I stopped putting my attention on what I didn't want and started talking about what I want. Now, you got to understand, when I started talking about what I wanted, the people who want to talk about that, they didn't want to hang out with them. I don't want to talk about that. I need to hypnotize you. Click the link in my bio. Let's get you hypnotized. So what I did is I didn't have to say, hey, I'm not talking to you no more. 2026, I'm cutting you off. You not. As I changed what I was talking about and thinking about, the people who want to talk about the old stuff, they found me bored and I returned the favor. Oh man, all he want to do is read books and hang out. Nah, bro, he lame now. Good, you lame to me too. I didn't have to send text. Hey, in 2026, I'm not talking to you. I didn't have to set new boundaries. I set the boundaries, but I accidentally set the boundaries. I didn't consciously set boundaries. I changed my focus, and that gave birth to new boundaries. Like you've never seen a pregnant woman walking around with a checklist saying, "Hey, y'all know I can get 100 trillion cells. Y'all know I can get an arm and a leg. It said I need a heart. It said I need two kidneys. No, one kidney. I need two lungs." Huh, man, she ain't got to build a baby. She just got to give the baby an environment to grow in. You don't got to build the business. You just got to give the business an environment to grow in. If you give the business an environment to grow in, that business is going to pick up so much momentum. That business is going to create so much desire. That business is going to start coming up with some really good ideas. And one day your water going to break and you're going to go into labor. Ready or not, here it comes. Your job is not to build the business. Your job is to stop killing the business with doubt, fear, anxiety. You don't got to build it. I Coach Bosses found me. Abundant Living found me. Creators Create found me. All these different streams of income that I got, they just, I don't, I just be driving and I get ideas. I'm just in the shower and I get ideas. Actually, you can ask my girlfriend. Sometimes I sit straight up in the bed and I grab my notebook and I just start writing. She said, "You got another idea, huh?" Yeah. If you just learn how to exist in the energy, the ideas, the motivation, all of that stuff will find you. Your problem is you trying to force the confidence. You trying to make the stuff happen. You don't gotta make it happen. You gotta put yourself in an environment where it just flows through you. That's the work. That's the work. In the framework that I teach my clients, taking action is step 4. It's 3 things that gotta happen before you. Well, it ain't gotta happen. But when you skip those 3 things, the action falls flat and it starts to screw up your confidence. Because you say, "Man, I tried this, I tried this, I tried this, I tried networking and it didn't work. I bought this course and it didn't work, and I did this and it didn't work, and I read this." You got to run those first 3 steps first. You got to get clear, you got to get calibrated, and you got to keep calibrating until you accidentally become confident. Then you take action. But at that point, it's not something that you got to do, it's something that you get to do. I'm clear, calibrated, and confident. So now I don't gotta go live. I get to go live. And because I get to go live, it don't matter if it's 2 people in here or 2,000 people in here. I'm not nervous if it's 2,000 people in here. I'm not upset if it's 2 people in here because I was feeling good before. I didn't get live. I didn't go on live to get approval to feel good. I went on live because in the energy I was sitting in, it was so much building up to me that I had to come out and share with other people. I don't need the calendar for. I feel the calendar. I don't feel good because the calendar filled up. The calendar filled up because I feel good. The bank account don't look the way it look because I'm not happy because the bank account look the way it look. The bank account look the way it look because I'm happy, because I'm motivated, because I'm inspired. You got to learn how to assume the emotion, how to assume the energy before the result shows up. You got to stop making your mood dependent on a result. That's not being a leader. Jay, I need more followers. Where the fuck you leading them to? And if you want to be influential, the first person that you got to learn how to follow is you. Why would I follow you if you don't even follow you? How are you finna control reality and you can't even control your mind and your emotions? Jay, these women don't submit no more. They don't. Where you leading her to? Who's gonna follow somebody who, when you say where we going, they say, "I don't know. Nah, I'm good." I'm okay. Where are you leading them to? Get clear about what you want and get really like when people find out I'm a hypnotist, they usually have one or two reactions. First thing, a lot of people, oh, don't hypnotize me. First off, I'm really expensive. I'm not just going around hypnotizing people for free. They go, oh, don't hypnotize me. And then a lot of people go, oh, can you teach me how to hypnotize other people? Both of them miss the mark. The question they should be asking is, can you teach me how to hypnotize me? Because when I know how to hypnotize me, I don't got to hypnotize you. When I know how to make me go to bed when I say I'm going to go to bed, get out of bed when I say I'm going to get out of bed, go to the gym when I say I'm going to go out to the gym, say I'm not eating that no more. When I know how to control me, I don't need to control you. When I know how to tell my thoughts what to think and tell my feelings what to feel, I don't need you to behave a certain way for me to be happy. And it puts you in a really sweet spot. It puts you in a place where a narcissist wouldn't dare try to date you because they can't manipulate you. People can't take advantage of you because you never needed them to start with. If you in my life, it's because I like you and I want you in my life. I don't need you here to be happy. I can't do life without shit. I can do life without anybody. I control me. All that energy that you're trying to spend convincing them, stop trying to convince them. It's a full-time job convincing you. Your mama don't gotta believe in you for you to be successful. Your daddy don't gotta believe in you for you to be successful. Your partner don't gotta believe in you for you to be successful. In fact, your mama can believe in you, but you not believing you and you still won't be successful. Other people's belief not gonna save you. It's your belief that's gonna save you. Stop trying to convince them. Spend that time convincing you, and you're gonna build something that they couldn't deny. When I first told my family I was going to the military, they said, "No, you're not. You can't go to the military. That's dangerous." I said, "Okay, see you when I get back." When I told them I was getting out of the military to be a hypnotist, they said, "You can't get out of it. You think you can feed your family? You're the military, you got your benefits. That's where your money." The same people that was telling me I couldn't go to the military was the same people that was telling me I couldn't get out of the military. They don't know. It's not their life. God didn't hand them the vision. He gave you the vision. Stop letting other people talk you out of what God whispered in your ear. He didn't whisper it in their ear, especially if it's people who have never built anything. If you letting somebody who ain't never built anything talk you out of something, you should slap. You should look in the mirror and slap what you see. If you letting somebody who ain't ever did the thing that you trying to do, ain't never even tried, ain't never got off their own couch, they can't even believe in themselves. How could they ever believe in you? If you letting people like that talk you out of what God put inside of you, look in the mirror and slap what you see. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. That's like if imagine that a woman is pregnant, she knows she's pregnant, and you looking at her and saying, "Girl, you're not pregnant." How you gonna? She feel her appetite changing. She see her body change. She feel her hormones and her mood, but she feel this thing kicking inside of her. Just because you can't see the baby, don't mean she not pregnant. Don't let people abort your baby. You know what's going on inside of you, and don't let nobody else talk you out of it. If you can think it, you can do it. If you can feel it, you'll do it on accident. I'm finna get ready to get out of here. I got a session coming up. I love y'all, and ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Click the link in my bio. That'll take you to the YouTube channel and to the book of consultation. All the stuff that we got is behind the link in my bio. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all later.